Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. Okay, so I'm just going over the Blockdag roadmap reveal AMA that happened today. Now it's not actually on the official Blockdag website, and the latest video is like over a month old. That I don't understand why it isn't uploaded there. Maybe they have to edit it and stuff like that. Anyway, it's on this guy's site, Daniel Girardi. I guess he's just someone who's maybe invested themselves or something like that. Maybe they can tell us. I don't know. Um, what I've done anyway, I've put in the comments some sort of timestamps and stuff like that of where things kind of start. So if you wanted to sort of have a look at that, then and then do that. It's kind of a bit all over the place, if I'm honest with you, because that's kind of the way I am. Anyway, so I just thought I'd go over some of this stuff. Okay, so the people in it, first of all, are Anthony Turner, Robert Radek, who's in charge of products, and then there's Jeremy Harkness, who's like the technical guy from Brown. Okay. Now this Robert Radek goes through the kind of roadmap thing, and this basically this project kind of development stuff. You can't really see anything, to be honest with you. It's that small, but I think this is something that's potentially available if you maybe bought into this or something. Maybe if you're a programmer or that kind of thing, and maybe you can send in some questions or something. I'm not entirely sure exactly how it operates. There's kind of no link, so maybe there's a link in when you connect your. I don't know. I don't know where it is. Okay, where how you get to this thing. That is one of the things with Blockdag. They never kind of. They just say, "Oh, you just click on this link and stuff like that," but they kind of don't show any easy way to get to stuff. Okay, they're never fully transparent. Okay, everything's so opaque. Okay, but anyway, I've put some timestamps in. As you can see, it's a bit all over the shop. So what I mentioned here, so my comments here basically, Robert Radek never answered a single question in the Q&A, and Jeremy only answered one question, which is actually raised by Anthony. Okay, so there was something about voting, and Jeremy basically talked about how you could lock up your states, some tokens or something like that, and maybe get some votes. And if you locked them up for longer, maybe your vote would have more power, kind of thing. That just sounds like something like on Aerodrome or Velodrome, which is already in operation, where you can lock up your tokens and get votes proportional to how many tokens you lock up and how long you lock them up for, and things like that. So that sounds like something similar to Aerodrome and Velodrome to me. But I think it's just about voting. You don't actually get any rewards. I don't know. You should really get some rewards if you do that. 26, 24. Best blockchain either this year or next year. Okay. Let me just have a look at
Yeah,
this.
and we're all very much focused on building this out and launching the the best proof of work EVM compatible super fast blockchain this year or next year. So yeah, that's our focus. That's why we.
He sounds a bit like Jim Bowen at that point. Super smashing great. If you're not from the UK, you won't get that reference, and you've got to be of a certain age as well. But it's like it just sounds like, oh, super smashing great kind of thing. It just sound we're the best, you know, ever, and using all of these descriptive words.
Like where they've come from, what they do, what excites them,
Don't
why
go
they're
back
with
too far.
Blockdag, and what they're doing, their day-to-day roles, etc., and anything else they want to share with you. So that's going to be a little bit informal, just going
Oh, I
through
went
the
back a bit
team.
too
So
far there.
it's
Hold on.
quite a different session, just again to meet the people behind it, um, just to show we're all here and we're all very much focused on building this out and launching the best proof of work EVM compatible super fast blockchain this year or next year. Um,
This year or next year. So yeah, he's kind of I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit what the best blockchain this year or next year. So at some point in this, he sort of says, we're releasing the blockchain this year, but then he's kind of going against what he said. He's saying, no, is he saying we're going to try and make this the best blockchain this year or next year? Um, I don't know. Anyway, bu- 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 oh yeah, the NBA stuff. So this is quite relevant to what I was talking about. I made a video obviously yesterday about the sponsorship deals and how they haven't really got any at the moment. So this is about the NBA. This is his
And delivered. So
excuse.
we actually had three potential sponsorships that had been agreed. One of them had gone to contracting. Um, we were blocked by the NBA league itself, which was unexpected to us and the club. Um,
Now that's interesting what he says there. We were blocked by the NBA league, and then he says, and the club. Oh, doesn't make any sense what he said there because he kind of doesn't make any sense at all. I get the understanding that the NBA would block any. So what he's on about here is like the NBA are blocking any sponsorship deals with any crypto company, apparently. Now it'd be interesting to look up if any crypto company does sponsor the NBA at all. So let me know in the comments if they do. It wouldn't surprise me if they do. I mean, a lot of Formula One, for instance. Um, don't Does Formula One have any specific USA teams? I know McLaren have strong links to USA. I think their directors like from the USA, but McLaren are a UK team. But I'm not sure if there are any American F1 teams because obviously F1 has a lot of crypto sponsorship in it.
and it wasn't a Blockdag thing, it was a crypto block. There's still a blanket block on it. As I said, even the club was quite surprised. So
So now he's saying that the club was quite surprised. So they're saying that there's a blanket ban on crypto sponsorship, basically. That's the kind of excuse. Maybe that's true or not. I don't know. But that's what they basically say. Why the NBA? Oh, and the other thing about it is NBA blocked crypto sponsorship. Apparently, they say they are trying to get it overturned. They thought the deal was done and dusted, but they have learned from that. That's the funny thing, I thought. I mean, how many mistakes they've made where they've said things are done and dusted in the past, and then it's not come to fruition. All right. Um, but they're saying they've learned from this one. What about the last one? Okay. It's quite funny when they do the start the quick Q&A. Um, so Anthony says to these two guys, just grab any questions. I mean, I won't play it now, but it basically grab any questions and they wait like 20 seconds and nothing happens. Okay, complete silence. He was expecting one of them to kind of jump in and take up the slack and answer some questions on products or technical thing. And they just sort of sit there scrolling and not finding anything. I'm guessing the scrolling through this is a scam and all of that, maybe. Um, 2025 to 57, he mentions that next week, so next Thursday, 24th of July, they say they're going to have a team intro meeting. Seems a bit late to have like a team intro. This thing's been going on for about 2 years. Shouldn't have that happened 2 years ago, kind of thing. But obviously, I'm guessing there are more team members to go over now. Um, what's this now? 7:50. Let me just have a look at this.
Developers who are working with us.
Yeah, so this is all this project. Obviously, this is some sort of project software. Okay, you can got all these little color coded and stuff like that. People into project management. This looks like sort of a project management thing, and I get the feeling you can sort of interact with this and that kind of thing. So that's what he was basically going over. So wherever you can interact with this, I don't know, or whether it's just for people who own uh, who've bought into the project. Again, I don't know. Oh yeah. He mentions about you can change your wallet seed phrase. I mean, I'd be really careful about that. You can change your wallet. I mean, do you have to put in your seed phrase? Oh, that seems a bit iffy. Surely you could just change your wallet. I'm not quite sure about that. So he said that that's something in your profile and you can do it 3 times. That's what he mentioned. Oh yeah, this project management thing, he mentioned that this is going to come in mid-September or something. Um, oh, another thing that was amusing was at this time, we just play this.
Thanks, Nick.
So he goes on about stuff, and then at this point, he sort of says, he starts laughing and he says, "Thanks, Nick." Okay, but he doesn't explain what he's thanking Nick for. This is my complete guess. Okay, I suspect Nick. Oh, I'm guessing that's Nick Vandenberg. Okay, the COO, is it? Or CMO. I forget all these letters of these people. Um, I suspect it's him making some joke saying, "How the hell do you manage to talk so much drivel?" That's my take on that. You know, obviously I'm making this up kind of thing, but it just sounded like a lot of drivel to me. So that was the innovation portal. Oh yeah,
Where you
innovation.
can choose any other product from our ecosystem, and you can just post your idea, and it will be sent and checked by.
So I don't know where you go for this. I mean, this is the thing. Why don't they have a link to this on their website or something? That's the innovation portal. Asking about support. Um, so again, he's saying, please stick with the formal support. So I think a lot of people are getting scammed basically, and they don't know who the formal support is, maybe, or what. Or the formal support is taking ages to answer people's questions. And because it takes ages, maybe some of them go off to some other kind of support, all right? And then they end up giving their seed phrases over. This is another quite a funny bit about staking. I found it funny anyway.
There's a question on staking. So the plan is to introduce what we'd probably call as soft staking, pseudo staking. Obviously, we're a proof of work, not a proof of stake chain. So it's
So he doubles down on the fact that this is a proof of work, not a proof of stake, POS, proof of staking platform. And he goes like it's pseudo staking because obviously I made a video about it a while ago. So clearly he's making sure he doesn't fall into that trap again of saying the wrong thing here. He mentions hackathon 28, 27. That's when we had this silence. Okay, so again, he kind of talks about the hackathon. So these guys aren't saying anything, so he just suddenly jumps in and talks about the hackathon, local hackathon. 30 minutes.
launching in 2025. Is it possible? Yes, and yes.
It basically says yes, we're going to launch 2025, so kind of official. And I think he mentions Q4. So that's basically it, guys. I've gone through all the important points, I think. This Robert Radek guy bored the hell out of me, to be honest with you. So I didn't quite put as many um, timestamps in. Maybe you can do that if you find it interesting or something. But yeah. So that's it. That's it. That's the roadmap basically revealed. It's not sort of the roadmap that I was thinking. It's not really clearly laid out, in my opinion, of what's going on. I mean, it should be. It should be on the website, shouldn't it, basically? I don't know what I just did there. I think I just closed something. But yeah, that's the roadmap. Let me know in the comments what you think. Were you impressed or not? Let me know in the comments. Okay, have a nice day, and I'll see you later.